Food, family, fun,
unity,
history, knowledge. Oh man, it's been great so far. Like walking through the door, a lot of love.
A lot of like welcoming energy. Like Richmond is feeling the culture. Let's just call it that.
This event is great. It's for us, by us. Everyone is all inclusive. Just a lot of love and joy.
It's supposed to feel like this all the time, not just one time a year.
We just hear the rhythm and we feel it. A lot of people are confused that Kwanzaa may be a religious holiday, and it's not. It's just a holiday that celebrates African American heritage.
To give your credit to the organization that stepped forward to put themselves on the line, to take a commitment to bring something refreshing to the community.
Welcome all to the 2020 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival
of our Ghana.
Kujichagulia. Kwanzaa is a celebration of community, family, and culture.
Created by Dr. Maulana Karinga, the Kwanzaa holiday is observed from December 26th through January 1st. And this year, we are celebrating each one of those days. This holiday's origins are in the first harvest celebrations of Africa, from which it takes its name.
Did you know that 2020 marks the 54th anniversary of the Kwanzaa holiday? Somebody say, thank you, Dr. Karinga.
Thank you, Dr. Karinga.
And the name Kwanzaa is derived from the phrase Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which means first fruits or first fruits of the harvest. In Swahili, the most widely spoken African language.
As an African American and Pan-African holiday, celebrated by millions throughout the world African community, Kwanzaa brings a cultural message that speaks to the best of what it means to be African and human in the fullest sense.
The Capital City Kwanzaa Festival gives us time to explore this fullness in a multi-sensory way, in an intergenerational way, in an affirming way, in the way we deserve it. Because of this event and you, our audience, Dr. Karinga, the creator of Kwanzaa, says Richmond is a major center for the celebration of Kwanzaa. It is an important site of African American history and culture.
Elegba Folklore Society has lots in store for you today, given in love and light. I'm super excited that Jackie Shelton Green, North Carolina's poet laureate, will help us see that as we embrace our Kujichagulia, that inspiration is always with us.
And yes, of course, you can ask your questions in the comments as we go. Then we'll zen out in the healing place.
Elegba Folklore Society's performers are here too. But first, let's remember our ancestors and light the Mushima, the candle for today. Hey, 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 hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Kujichagulia.
You all look so beautiful today, so royal, so funky, and royal is funky, right? Right? In our world, we can just rock it like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming
Yes.
to help light this important candle.
Absolutely.
We are honored by your presence.
We're honored too. Thank you.
It is important at gatherings such as these to first pay homage to our ancestors. In the Yoruba language, Omi Tutu, cool water, Ona Tutu, cool road, Ile Tutu, cool earth. To call forward the spirits of our ancestors, Moju Bobo Wiku, Moju bo bo iku, moju ba afafe iku, moju ba afafe iku, moju ba afafe iku, iku, iku. We pay homage to our ancestors, those who are fortunate to be buried in the soils of Africa, the cradle of civilization. Our first mothers and fathers, walking in attuned God light as co-creators of civilization, caretakers of earth, and establishers of order. In this moment, we are aligned with you and you with us as we pledge our umoja, or unity, to strive for unity in the community, the family, the nation, and the race. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pay homage to those who were the spiritual leaders, who understood the magic and the elements of nature as God, who helped us move through the invisible passageways from spirit to physical, while being conduits for manifestation. Those who helped us see our true identity. In this moment, we are aligned with you and you with us as we pledge our Kujichagulia, self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Ashe.
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 Ashe. So, Queens, what is the real significance of self-determination?
For my family, the House of Three, self-determination represents breaking traditions that could have been passed down to you through your family lineage and saying that there is something better for us that you can add to your family and that you can really empower yourselves to go back to where you came from.
And freedom of expression.
Exactly. So I would say self-determination is defining yourself through self-expression, knowing who you are, learning who you are, and passing that information on, and also showing up in spaces where you are inspiring other people to be determined to identify themselves and define themselves in this space and not allow conditioning to tell you who you are. That is self-determination, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
In reference to us and in our community.
We've made reference to indoctrination a couple of times today, and that's exactly.
Exactly. And so that makes me think about then mental health. And when we are not self-determined, when we are in some kind of confused place, not sure about how to define ourselves, name ourselves, or speak for ourselves, because we are looking at some external validation, what does that do for our mental health?
So it goes hand in hand when those things happen, when we are in a place and we're looking outside externally, looking at people that don't look like us, that's not moving like us, it makes us feel anxious and depressed. And we may go into a space where it's really unhealthy. So, but still, even if you feel that way, seeking help is very important, and that's a part of self-determination. Going out and seeking help to get more empowerment and help and healing, and doing the work. That's part of doing the work is self-determination.
And so, traditions, African traditions, play a role in self-determination, because when we go back to, like you said, go back and fetch it, Beyonce, in her most recent film and statement, says to everybody, and everybody's listening because of Beyonce, right? Our history is our future. So it's the same as the Adinkra symbol of the Sankofa. So traditions.
The Sankofa bird is definitely a symbol of never being too late to go back and fetch what is yours. Kwanzaa to me, that I've been celebrating with my family for many, many, many years, is an opportunity for Africans throughout the diaspora to reconnect and to identify with celebrate their culture and their African beginnings. It's an opportunity to strengthen the community. So it's been around for a long time, and we want to thank Dr. Karenga for creating this African American holiday that can build bridges with all of the Africans throughout the diaspora.
Next up, Elegba Folklore Society's performers.
Elegba Folklore Society exists to provide educational opportunities through the arts. So we're an African-centered organization, and we want to, as our mission states, reinstill cultural foundations woefully missing in the African-American community.
Oh, my brother. For Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, nameless brothers, all of my brothers who have been silenced. Oh, my brother, I will weep for you whenever the sun rises or falls. Your shadow has been betrayed. The red of the bullet bleeds and covers every breath of all the life you've lived. Oh, my brother, I will stand here and wail your name. Hold the bullet inside my mouth that cannot stop convulsing with pain. I will learn to swallow the spasms in your screams. I am calling my brothers and my sisters to the ground beside this river where your blood is born, where your blood runs until it is clear, until its red is spent, and it stands up like the wind and speaks into a light we cannot name. Oh, my brother, I beat my chest, pierce my hands, run back and forth naked in rain, trying to swallow this red of a bullet that knew your name, cracked open your smile, stole your hair. Oh, my brother, I weep for all I do not know about you. I weep with the bullet that is lodged in my throat, whispering its own requiem. The red of the bullet cries out your name. The bullet whispers to me about the flowers that heard the sound. The bullet whispers to me about the sorcery of forgiveness. The bullet whispers to me about black flies stirring the ground beneath your feet. Oh, my brother, who will wash your feet, save the sand inside your shoes? Oh, my brother, where is your mother, your father, who will help me scrape the dried blood that blocks the doorway of your heart? I want to be the water, the sweet oils that rub into the skin of you. I want to hold your bones steady so your mother can identify your face. Rub the soft earlobes she's kissed 1,000 times. Oh, my brother, how must we hold your lover who wants a redemption for your skin, who searches for your lips in the dark? Oh, my brother, there is so much blood falling from the sky today, suffocating the light, suffocating the babies. I will guard your roadkill blood. If necessary, I will chew the bullet and digest metallic contradiction. I will be the shovel and the crib. I will sing your name into the wind. I will sing your name until the wind lifts it from my tongue and sings your legacy into the 10th degree of sound. I will wail the presence of your history through this throat that is out of rhythm. We be poets, the daughters of your winters and sons of your summers. We be ancient scribes, the architects of your sweat and your tears. My poems will be forever screaming the life of you. I dare the red of the bullet to forget. I dare the killer of you to remember. My words are the acid erasing the crime scene. My words are the softness of all the evidence of ghost hidden beneath your shirt, inside your underwear. Hungry ghost casting your name into rivers. Oh, my brother. Oh, my brother. Oh, my brother. What are the ancestors singing? Oh, my brother, You don't have to behave in your grave. Oh, my brother, call me, and these lyrics will gather arms, stage your rebellion. The red of the bullet has the poetry of your spirit embedded with indelible ink. Oh, my brother, hear the wail of the red of the bullet. Hear the space between your ribs crumble. Hear the sounds in your chest become a roaring ocean. Hear the butterflies cease flying. Hear this silence that will not be quiet.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2020 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival on this day of Kujichagulia. I have to say that I appreciate each one of the Nguzo Saba, but this one about self-determination is so important to me because without that in our personal evolution and growth, where can we go? And I'm just as happy as can be and so honored to have my sister friend, Jackie Shelton Green, here today to talk about self-determination from a place of creativity. Now, let me tell you about Jackie. And listen, as we are preparing for this, please get some pen and paper handy because you're going to need it and you're going to want to be sure that you have it. Jackie Shelton Green is the Poet Laureate of North Carolina. So that's amazing already, right? She's the first African American and only the third woman to be appointed. She is a 2019 Academy of American Poet Laureates Fellow. She is a 2014 North Carolina Literary Hall of Fame inductee, among other notable recognitions. Jackie Shelton Green teaches documentary poetry at the Duke University Center for Documentary Studies and has been named the 2021 Frank B. Haynes Writer in Residence at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. A sampling of her publications include Dead on Arrival, Masks, Conjure Blues, Singing a Tree into Dance, Breath of the Song, A River Speaks of Thirst. It is produced by Soul City Sounds and Clearly Records. Jackie is the owner of Sister Write, providing writing retreats for women writers in Sedona, in Arizona, in Martha's Vineyard, at Ocracoke, North Carolina, and also in northern Morocco and Tullamore, Ireland. So we are just really happy to have her here to share aspects of creativity as a tool for
our self-determination. Jackie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Cookie. It is such an honor, and I'm so humbled to participate in this year's Capital City Kwanzaa Festival. Um, yeah, this is sweet, and I'm
It's sweet.
so honored to be in the midst.
And for all our attendees today, I'm sure you heard her say Cookie, so you know we go back some ways. Y'all don't know nothing about Cookie, but she does. So we're gonna just leave it just like that. So today is the second day of Kwanzaa, and the principle of today, as I mentioned earlier, is Kujichagulia, or self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. That's destiny language. So Jackie, you are a guru when it comes to creativity. The power-filled fact that we're all creators lights our path to our self-determination, like medicine. What does creativity as medicine mean to you?
You know, the key phrase for this principle, you know, creating for ourselves, the key word is ourselves, self-determining for ourselves. Audre Lorde once said that we must speak so we can speak again. And I take that very seriously as a writer and thinking about the historical implications of what it meant to be muted, silenced, disenfranchised, and having our voices taken from us, extracted. But when I think about my own creativity as medicine, I have to remind myself that we are not the stories that anyone has ever made of us. We never were. We are energy and we are matter that is untethered from those who meant to contain us. So by writing our stories, by thinking about how we tell what's happened to us, we're giving it back to ourselves instead of being powerless inside of the story. Self-determination comes from a deep wellspring of what it means to allow our medicine to expand our boundaries. And sometimes we tap into what I refer to as genetic deja vu. Sometimes it's not my actually being there, but what's being transmitted through me is the experience of an ancestor in that physical space.
And you can just feel it.
We feel it, especially in historical places, you know, especially in places of embarkation. So when we talk about that medicine, I have to remind all of us that you cannot use anybody else's fire to start your own. You have to go inside and you have to pull, you know, the embers that have been there, that were planted there so many years ago.
And we are connected with all of that. Sister Queen, Poet Laureate, would you share a writing that illustrates these thoughts?
This poem is entitled Light. 1. Ghost pages always fit my palm squarely off center, where gravity tenderly lifts each page. The shifting begins, myself awake, inside a kaleidoscope of light. Tiny hands stretch to feel the breath of the light. I dream myself awake and crack into 1,000 moments. I find home in the dark path where ghosts whisper through a rainstorm. A veil of light is the only mask we need. The beloved is a trickster, reminding me to feed the light growing inside my palms. I find home in the dark path. I dance its curves. The laughter of tiny feet drop stars behind us. I am following the path, the way of the beloved, eating edible stars, holding a belly of symphony. We are here now, offering the medicine. We are here now, offering the fire that the world needs. We are here now, reclaiming the light from the shadows. We are here now, bending light back into our hungry hearts. We are here now, offering a feast of light.
This is really breathtaking. The quiet power of confident being is what self-determination is all about.
But I'd like for all of you to think about, what are the current or historical events in your lives that need documenting, that need telling? What has happened in this moment, in this season of so much uncertainty, of so much distress, not just about COVID-19, this virus, but all of the other things that are plaguing us as a people?
So wait a minute, Jackie. Everybody get out your pen and paper on this one so that you can jot these things down. And we are watching the comments. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I didn't want anybody to lose. You know, later on they say, what did she say? Write it down now. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, for me, creativity and medicine go hand in hand. So as we are all navigating this course right now, and it's pretty bumpy, it's pretty wild, especially for us.
Yeah.
What are the stories we're going to tell?
Yeah.
In 10 years to the ones that weren't here?
And what are we feeling that we can learn to articulate in words?
Right. So when we think about ourselves as these human museums, I want you to think about the containers that you might be building for the keeping of your stories. So I do have some questions as we journey into creativity as medicine for you as participants beyond Kwanzaa. I'm asking you, how do you attend to your sorrow, your joys, your dreams? How do you attend to disappointments? How do you use your own creativity? What is the magical medicine inside the walls of your home? What are those magical things happening inside of the thresholds of your home? And what stories are the walls and the floorboards holding that are begging to be told?
And let's tune in to these stories that are shouting at us every day that we don't see or take for granted as nothing, because they are all a part of all of this that's inside that manifests in the physical realities that we've created.
What are the things that we are keeping? What are we keeping? What do those photographs tell you? What are the stories of all of those photographs? What are the stories of your great-grandma's cookbook? What are the stories of the jewelry or the passed down things that people are holding? All that we're talking about is nothing but energy.
And can we learn to breathe?
Can we learn to breathe? And what is the celebration inside of each breath that you take every minute? What is the celebration inside of it? You know, this coronavirus comes out of a place that I believe is a very sacred space. Our earth has been telling us for centuries that it can't breathe. Now we're saying we can't breathe. So it's a time to think about the celebrations inside of just being, the celebrations inside of being alive. And you know, Black folk know how to be alive with creativity more than anybody else on the planet.
Making something out of nothing on any given every day.
Right. We can hook up anything. And it's time that we give breath, that we actually breathe breath. So when we talk about the medicine, it's breath itself.
Aragani, what's the principle of the day? That's right, Kujichagulia. Thank you for joining us to observe Kwanzaa, a celebration of community, family, and culture. We're watching the comments. Please tell us what you think. The 2020 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival continues tomorrow on this same platform at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, as we celebrate Ujima, collective work and responsibility, we'll remember that it takes a village to raise a child. So be sure to bring your children back tomorrow for Watoto Kwanzaa. Find us on Facebook or visit our website for the materials and steps to craft your Afro-futuristic self. then settle back for a Kwanzaa story. Gather now with your family. Thank an ancestor who said, I am going to stand, so you could too. Get strong now and for the children coming. Realize the richness of our blood, the red. Hold up the depth of the black, our skin, and relish the fertility of the green, the resourceful land, the colors of the bandara, and our Pan-African flag, our liberation flag. Step out on faith. We are the fruit of the harvest. Hariza Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa.
Begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. We are going to go on a journey. A journey throughout your entire body. Continue to breathe in deep, in through the nose and out through the nose. Begin to relax your thighs. Relaxing your hips as they sink deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. Begin to relax your entire spine. Begin to relax the base of your spine. Relaxing the middle of your spine.